You know that feeling, right? Your phone is just burning up in your hand, the battery percentage is dropping like a rock, and you have absolutely no idea why. Well, what if the real reasons have been hiding in plain sight this whole time? Let's dive in and uncover the actual culprits behind our battery nightmares.
It's like a rule of a universe, isn't it? The second you absolutely need Google Maps, or you're about to show your ticket at the gate, or you have to make that one important call, that's when your phone decides to die. It's so frustrating. But you know what? It's not random. There are very specific reasons our batteries fail us, and we're about to expose them.
Now, you probably think you know the usual suspects, blaming fast charging or leaving your phone plugged in all night. But honestly, the truth is way more concerning. The real killers are things we might be doing every single day, and they involve hidden dangers from counterfeit accessories and the number one enemy of all batteries, heat.
So, let's start our investigation. It's time to bust some myths and get to the facts about what's really truly destroying your phone's battery.
Okay, take a look at this, because this right here, this flips the whole script. We spend so much time worrying about fast charging, but the real damage is coming from excessive heat. And where does that heat often come from? Knockoff, fake chargers, and cables. And that old advice about draining your battery to zero? That's another myth from a bygone era. The real physical stress comes from keeping it topped up at 100% or letting it sit dead at 0% for too long. That's what really messes with the battery's chemistry. All right, burn this number into your brain. 95 degrees Fahrenheit, or 35 degrees Celsius. According to pretty much every battery expert out there, anything above this temperature is the undisputed number one enemy of the lithium-ion batteries in our phones. Heat isn't just bad for them. It triggers chemical reactions that permanently, irreversibly damage your battery's ability to hold a charge.
You ever notice your phone getting super sluggish and laggy when it's hot? Yeah, that's not a bug. It's actually a feature. It's called thermal throttling. Your phone is literally slowing itself down on purpose to stop its brain from overheating. Think of it as a warning light. It's a crystal clear sign that your device is in the danger zone.
And this just perfectly illustrates our second culprit. It's a little old, but the problem persists. A report cited by safety experts found that a staggering 90% of so-called Apple accessories on Amazon were counterfeit. These fakes, they skip the critical safety parts that stop overcharging and prevent short circuits. That makes them a direct threat to your phone and, not to be dramatic, but a serious fire hazard.
Okay, so now that we know the enemies, heat and fakes, let's build our playbook to defend our batteries. First up, we are tackling the biggest myths and all the confusion around charging.
This is the big one, isn't it? We all love how fast it is, but there's this nagging fear that we're paying for that speed with our battery's lifespan. Is that super fast charge secretly cooking your phone from the inside? Well, the answer is probably going to surprise you.
The thing is, modern fast charging is actually really smart. It's a two-step dance. In the first phase, from 0 to about 80%, it goes full speed, just pumping power in as fast as it safely can. But then, and this is the key part, it hits that saturation phase. The speed drops way down to a trickle, gently topping off that last 20% to prevent stress and, you guessed it, overheating. It's a really sophisticated, carefully managed process.
All right, let's bust two more quick myths. First, overnight charging. Your phone has a little computer inside called the Battery Management System, or BMS. It's like a tiny security guard that cuts the power the second it hits 100%. You literally can't overcharge it. And that old advice to drain your battery to zero, that was for old school batteries. For the modern ones in our phones, it's actually harmful. The sweet spot, the battery's happy place, is keeping it between 20 and 80%.
So let's be super clear here. The crucial takeaway is this. The problem isn't the speed of the charge, it's the quality of the charger. A certified fast charger is designed to protect your battery. A cheap, fake charger, though, that thing is a villain. It ignores all the safety rules and can cause some serious permanent damage.
So how do you spot a fake? Well, it's easier than you think. First, always look for those official certification logos. We'll show you those in just a sec. A real charger will also feel heavier, more solid than a flimsy counterfeit one. Check the text for typos, and make sure the metal pins look straight and well made. And of course, if that price seems way too good to be true, it is. And here are the logos you want to see. Look for UL, that's a big safety certification in North America. The CE mark means it meets European standards. And for all you Apple users, that MFI logo is your guarantee that Apple themselves have tested and approved it. If your charger doesn't have these, just don't trust it.
All right, let's move on to the next chapter in our playbook. We're going to look at something that's on almost every single phone, but we rarely think of it as a threat: the case. Is it actually protecting your phone, or is it slowly cooking it?
This quote from a Reddit user just nails the problem perfectly. We buy cases to protect our phones from drops, which is great, but a lot of them also act as perfect little insulators, trapping all the heat your phone naturally generates. And when the phone can't get rid of that heat, that's when the battery damage really starts. So yeah, not all cases are created equal. Think of it like this. Materials like thick plastic, silicone, and rubber are like putting a winter coat on your phone. They're amazing at trapping heat. On the other hand, materials like wood or just thinner cases in general allow for much better cooling. Pro tip: if you're doing something intense like gaming or fast charging, the best move might be to just take the case off for a little while. Let your phone breathe.
And all of this leads to what I like to call the heat sandwich. It's the absolute worst case scenario for your battery. It's when you stack the heat from charging on top of the heat from your phone's processor working hard, all while it's wrapped up in a thick, insulating case. You do that in direct sunlight or, God forbid, under a pillow, you've created the perfect storm for overheating and frying your battery.
Now, what happens if it's already too late? Your battery is totally dead, it just won't take a charge. There are some last-ditch methods out there, but I need to be extremely clear: these are dangerous. They should only ever be considered for older phones that actually have removable batteries.
I really cannot stress this enough. What we're about to talk about is high risk. This is absolutely not for modern phones that are sealed shut. Trying this on a non-removable battery is a fantastic way to destroy your phone and maybe even start a fire. Please proceed with extreme caution. This is at your own risk.
So one of the methods people talk about is a jump start using a regular 9-volt battery. The whole idea is to carefully connect the terminals just long enough to give that dead battery a tiny jolt, just enough to raise its voltage so a normal charger can recognize it and start working again.
But, and this is a huge but, the dangers here are severe. Connect it for too long or get the positive and negative wires mixed up and you can cause a short circuit. That could literally lead to an explosion. You can't leave it unattended for a second, and if your battery is showing any signs of damage, like it's swollen or leaking, do not even think about trying this.
And this might be the single most important thing to take away from this whole section. A battery that's bulging or leaking isn't just dead, it's a ticking time bomb. It's a sign of a critical failure inside. It can't be revived. It's a fire hazard, and it needs to be taken to a proper recycling facility and replaced by a professional right away.
So, there you have it. When you boil it all down, the real enemies of our phone batteries aren't the convenient new technologies we've been taught to be afraid of. They're much simpler, much more basic: excessive heat and cheap counterfeit accessories. So now that you know who the real bad guys are, the only question left is, are you going to change your habits to protect your phone? The power, quite literally, is in your hands.